Good morning, Satsman Army. This is Jason Sellers. It is the 21st of June, 2026. Happy Father's Day and happy summer solstice. I apologize for missing the last few days. Um, to be perfectly honest, I've been going through a lot in my personal life. So I wasn't even sure if I was going to continue doing these anymore ever. They are, however, very fun, even if very few people of you watch. Yeah, so I decided to go ahead and do this. And I was told by one person today that they missed me doing these. Hey, at least one person out there likes these. So yay! All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the most important part. No, I'm just kidding. Join this. And enter this for free today. Who are the recent winners? Yep. Congratulations to all the recent winners. There we go. Let's go ahead and go to the missions tab and start with the Sats price discovery. Okay. After string lights, also I like the new look here, Brian. Looks more minimalist. That's good. All right. I'm gonna guess this one. There we go. Perfect. All right. The Bitcoin fact of the day. Oh, yeah, very minimalist here. Um, Self-sovereign identity on Bitcoin lets individuals control their own data without intermediaries. You don't exactly have an identity on Bitcoin. You have your public and private keys. Your private key is obviously stays private, but even your public key you should keep private because from that, then people can see all the Bitcoin you have. They can't do anything with it, but they can see all that you have. So even your public key, keep that secret. From your public key are derived all your public addresses, and those definitely share with anybody. And never reuse addresses. That way, sure, if someone has an address, they can see a transaction that you got or that you had. They can see a small piece of some Bitcoin that you received, but they can't see any more than that. So it just helps with privacy a little bit. So I'm not sure if that's what it means by self-sovereign identity on Bitcoin. Controls their data without intermediaries. But yeah, there's no intermediaries. You don't have to trust anyone. There's no bank or any accounts you have to make or anything else like that. True, if you make an account on some place like Coinbase or even a better one like Strike or River, highly recommend those ones. Then even if you make an account on one of those, um, sorry, one moment here. So anyway, on one of those exchanges, you'd still have to give your personal information, your full name, your address, a picture of your government ID, stuff like that, and so they can then connect um, some of this, self sovereign identity to your actual identity. But you don't necessarily have to go through one of those companies to get Bitcoin. For instance, you have a $1 bill, and I have more than $1. I have at least $1 in Bitcoin. We can just exchange, right? You just give me your, or yeah. So wait, did I say that right? Yeah. You give me the dollar, and I send you $1 in Bitcoin. We just swapped. Um, Frankly, I think you'd be getting the better end of the deal. But still, like, hey, if that's what the exchange rate is at that moment, then that's just what the exchange rate is. If we both agree, then we can just both agree. And that, well, frankly, with the $1, that doesn't even have to touch on chain. But let's say it's $100, something like that. So you want to actually do it on chain, though you could technically probably do that with Lightning. Um, no one knows that you did that. And so anyway, that's probably what I was talking about here. Yeah. So there's no intermediaries, no one you have to ask permission from to use Bitcoin. So there are no intermediaries with controlling your own data at all with Bitcoin. Okay. Anyway, moving on to the next mission, the orange pill poll. Here we go. What should the Bitcoin community focus on next? Okay, let's see. Education above everything. Okay, I already want to hit that one, but I'm biased towards that. But let's see. Building better user experience. Actually, I don't know. People say Bitcoin's so hard to use. Anyone who says that, in my opinion, hasn't used a Bitcoin wallet. at least in like a decade or something. They used to be pretty clunky, but from Mana Wallet to Wallet of Satoshi to basically any other wallet, they are stupidly easy. In fact, I had not used Venmo ever until recently when I had to. I was forced to. And my goodness, digging through that, it was such a headache. Like Bitcoin wallets literally has your balance right there at the top, has send receive, and underneath those two buttons, it has your transactions, and then there's like a little hamburger menu thing up in the top corner. It's like you cannot make it easier. Okay, in my opinion, they are just stupidly easy to use. So, I mean, sure, if we can build a better user experience, that'd be great. But how? That'd be a good question I would ask. But anyway, going on. And I'm sure there's always improvements that can be made. But seriously, that yeah, not in my opinion, not very many, not really big strides can be made in that. Anyway, political lobbying for fair rules, that can help. But I mean, Bitcoin's bigger than that, really. I mean, it's gonna move forward with or without those fair rules, and people are gonna figure that out at some point. So, nah, not sure that's what really you should focus on. Stay the course and build. Ooh, that I'm divided between that and education, but I think I'm just gonna show my bias. Education above everything is what I'm gonna choose. But stay the course and build. That's a very close second for me. Oh, a little surprised with that, but very pleased with how this turned out. So, okay, that's cool. All right, I'll go ahead and end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to go ahead and, if you haven't already, sign up for Satsman. Um, and then you can start stacking sats as well. Actually, hey, real quick, let me go and kind of want to brag, but this is what I have currently so far. This is available to withdraw. Technically, I could withdraw it. I'm gonna wait until probably the day after tomorrow. This will unlock tomorrow. This will unlock the day after that. Maybe a couple more days after that. Then I'll go ahead and withdraw because after that, yeah, then we have several days of small amounts. Just wait for it to be a bigger amount, and then I'll withdraw. But this is how much I've gotten since I started with Satsman on March 10th, 9th or 10th, sometime early to mid March. Yeah, and so you could be making these sats too, and be learning about Bitcoin um, again at the same time, and be guiding other people towards where they can learn about Bitcoin. So sure, you can sign up through my link or no link at all, and just be assigned randomly to one of the founders. But then you can start signing up your friends and family, and they can earn Bitcoin while learning about it. Their very very first Sats. Yeah, I think this is a phenomenal program, Satsman, and yeah, there's so much more. Oh, one more thing I want to touch on here. Let's go back to missions. Actually, I'm not sure. Is it under company or community? Ecosystem. Definitely visit this page. I did recently, and oh my goodness, these are all different websites. These are the URLs, and my goodness, my brain about exploded when I started looking through these. Satsman.ai, which is where AI meets Bitcoin education. Holy cow! It's like all this information about that. Um, I can go back to all domains. There's so many domains here. SansQuest.com. Loads of information. I am just blown away by this. Definitely dig through this. Highly recommend. All right, back to the arsenal. If you haven't followed the link in the description or scan this QR code, do that now. All right, and I will see you next time. Bye.